Hello, I am DoubleTopTone, otherwise known as Tony. On this channel that I've just created, I'm going to take you on a journey of a darter, which is me, 40 to 45 average. I want to see as far as I can go. I'm not going to be playing at Ali Pali anytime soon. I'm not even going to be at the Modus, but I want to be able to give myself a good showing when I go out there and play some darts. So this is my journey on progressing and learning and going through the highs and the lows of what it is to be a darter, an average darter. What I'm going to do now, though, is remind you all that we have one more sleep. Yes, one more sleep. And that's not till Christmas Day. That is till the darts start at Ali Pali. If you're looking forward to it, drop me a like. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you my predictions for round one of the World Championship of Darts 2025-2026. And what I'm going to do as well, for each session that's on, I'm going to put my predictions on as a bet, a 50p bet accumulator. If I win, bonus. I'll probably lose, to be honest, and see how we get on. And after round one, see how much money's in the pot. And then we'll do the same in round two and the rounds going forward. So let me give you my prediction then for the first session at Ali Pali, which is Thursday the 11th at 7 o'clock. And that's live on Sky Sports. Bit of a plug there for Sky. Don't get paid for that, but hey-ho. So first up, we have Kim Hybricks versus Arno Merck. Now, Kim Hybricks, steady dart player. Arno Merck, don't really know too much about him. So I'm going to say Kim Hybricks wins 3-1 against Arno Merck. Then next up, we have Michael Smith versus Lisa Ashton. And Michael Smith, we all know how he's got on this year. He's had probably the worst year he's had since he's turned professional. Suffering with a few injuries, but I do think Michael's going to win this game and it's going to be a comfortable win. So I'm going to go Michael Smith 3, Lisa Ashton 0. Then next up we have the new world #1 and the current reigning champion of the World Darts Championship, and that is Luke the Nuke Littler, and he's up against Darius Labanaskas. And I'm going to go with an easy win there, but I think he's going to drop a set. But I'm going to say 3-1 Luke Littler. Then last up we have Madras Razma versus Jamin van der Heek. And I'm going to say Madras Razma wins 3-2 against Jamin van der Heek. You've got to excuse the pronunciations. I do hope that at the end of round one, all the people's names who I can't pronounce get knocked out. Then we've got no problems going forward. Easy as that. So, next up, Friday, the afternoon session. So, Friday the 12th at 12:30, all kicks. Niels Zandveld versus Hai Papua. These names are so hard to pronounce. It's not on. It's just not on. But I'm going to go with Hai Papua wins that one 3-2 against Niels Zandveld. Then next up, we have Ian White versus the legend Mervyn King. He's been around for many years, and I think he's going to do this one, and I reckon he's going to beat Ian White 3-1. Then next up, we have Ryan Seal versus Chris Landman, and I'm going to go with Ryan Seal comfortably winning that one 3-0. Then last up, we have a World Championship holder himself, Rob Cross versus Core Decker, and I'm going to say Rob Cross wins that one 3-2. Evening session on day 2 of the World Darts Championship 25-26 down at Ali Pali. So let's see what my predictions are for this evening's games. So here we go. First up, we have Ross Smith versus Andreas Harrison. And I'm going to go with a Ross Smith win on that one. And I'm going to say Ross Smith wins 3-1. Then we have the rapid Ricky Evans himself. Has anybody ever seen a faster dart player? Oh, no, I haven't. Versus Man Lock Line. These names again. And I'm going to go with Ricky Evans winning that one 3-1. And then next up we have Jan van Veen versus Cristo Reyes. And Jan van Veen, who I do think is going to go really far in this competition, and I think in a couple of years' time he's going to be up there with Luke Littler, challenging for every tournament there is. I'm going to go with Jan van Veen winning 3-0 on that one. Then next up is Damon Heta versus Steve Lennon. And I'm going to go with the Aussie man himself winning 3-1 on that one against Steve Lennon. Day 3 of the World Darts Championship. I hope you're all enjoying it so far. I know I am. It's been a blast. So first up we have, here's my predictions. So first up we have Mario van der Bergaard, his names have got me again, versus Davis. Or is it David Davis? And I'm going to go with Mario winning that one 3-2. Then next up is Andrew Goulding versus Cam Camtree. And I'm going to go with Camtree winning that one 3-1. And bye-bye Andrew Goulding, get back to the hotel room. And then it's Luke Woodhouse versus Boris Krikma. And I'm going to go with the local man to me, Luke Woodhouse, winning 3-0 on that one. Then we have another legend, Gary Anderson versus Adam Hunt. Gary Anderson, he does love the Worlds. He does love this format. And I'm going to go easy win for Gary, 3-0. Don't forget, free, December the 13th, and it's the evening session. So first up this evening, we have Jeffrey de Graaf versus Paul Lim. Oh, Paul Lim, what a legend. He's been around for years and years and years. Got a soft spot I have for Paul Lim. I don't think he's going to win, though, mind you. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 win against Jeffrey de Graaf. Then we have Wessel Neyman versus Karol Sedlacek. These names I can't cope. Please get knocked out because I don't want you in, so I haven't got to do it no more. And I'm going to go with Wessel Neyman winning 3-1 against Karol. Then it's the reigning, no it's not, it is the previous World Championship and the previous World Number 1, Luke Humphries versus Ted Everts. And I'm going to go with Luke Humphries comfortably winning that one 3-0. And then last up we have Gabriel Clemens versus Alex Spellman. And I'm going to go with Alex Spellman winning that one 3-2. December the 14th. And it is day 4 at... I'm going to give you my predictions for this afternoon session starting at 12:30 live on Sky Sports or wherever you watch it. And first up this afternoon we have Richie Edhouse versus Johnny Tata. So I'm going to go with a Richie Edhouse win on that one, 3-2 Richie. Then we have Dom Taylor versus Oscar Lukaszek. These names again. Oscar Lukaszek is going to win that one against Dom Taylor. I think so, 3-2. Then we have Richard Venstra versus Nitin Kumar. And I'm going to go with Richard winning that one, 3-2. Then last up, we have Joe Cullen versus Bradley Brooks. And Bradley Brooks, another young player coming through, looking very good if I do say so. And I think he's going to be up there with the likes of Luke Littler, Jan van Veen and Luke Humphries not in the not too far future. And I'm actually going to go with Bradley winning that one against Joe Cullen, 3-2. Day 4, and we're into the evening session of the World Championship of Darts. And I'm going to give you my predictions of what I think for this evening sessions on... So my predictions are Lucas Winnig versus Wesley Placer. and I'm going to go Wesley winning 3-2 on that one. Then next up is Dimitri van der Berg versus Darren Beveridge, and I'm going to go Dimitri van der Berg winning 3-1 on that one. Then we have the Bullet Stephen Bunting against Sebastian Belecki. I think I've got that one right. And I'm going to go with Stephen Bunting winning 3-1 on that one, with a big smile on his face and a roaring crowd behind him. Then last up we have James Harrell versus Stowy Bunce, and I'm going to go with James winning that one 3-2. And it's day 5 at Ali Pali, and that only means one thing: it's prediction time. So I'm going to give you my predictions now for the afternoon session down at Ali Pali. Starts at 12:30, live on Sky Sports. No plug intended, but here we go. So first up, we have Brendan Dolan versus Tavis Dudney. And I'm going to go with Brendan Dolan winning 3-1 on that one. Then next up, we have Cameron Menzies versus Charlie Mamby. And I'm going to go with Cameron winning that one 3-2. Then we have another old-timer, Mensa Sulovic versus David Cameron. And no, that's not the Prime Minister, even though I wish he was on there and people can throw darts in, but that's a different kettle of fish. But I'm going to go with David Cameron winning that one 3-0. Then last up, we have the Snake Bite. I wonder what he's going to wear. It's going to be a Christmas outfit, isn't it? I'm going to go Snake Bite versus Noah Lynn van Laven. Yep. Hope I got it right. And I'm going to go with Snake Bite winning that one 3-1. It is now the afternoon session on Monday, the 16th of December, at the World Championship of Darts down at Ali Pali. So I'm going to give you my predictions now for this evening's sessions, and here we go. So first up, we have Martin Lukeman versus Max Hopp, and I'm going to go with Martin Lukeman winning that one 3-2. Then we have Dirk van der Bode, and I'm going to go with, he's actually playing Andy Beatons. I nearly didn't mention that one. So yeah, Dirk Van versus Andy Beatons, and I'm going to go with Dirk Van winning that one 3-1. Then we have the Welsh wizard himself, Johnny Clayton versus Andy Lipscomb, and I'm going to go with Johnny Clayton easily winning that one 3-0. Then last up, we have Connor Scott versus Simon Whitlock, the Australian wizard. And I'm going to go with Connor winning that one 3-2. Sorry, Simon. I love your darts, but I think Connor's going to get that one, mate. So December the 16th, and we're back at Ali Pali for another afternoon of darts. So all kicks off at 12:30, live on Sky Sports or wherever you watch it around the world. And don't forget to like and follow, and let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong or right. It'd be nice for a bit of praise. So here we go. Here's my predictions for this afternoon session down at Ali Pali. First up, we have Alan Sotter versus Taimu Haho. Oh, these names. And I'm going to go with Alan winning that one 3-0. Then next up, we have Nick Kenny versus Justin Hutt. No relation to Robin, I don't think. And I'm going to go with Justin Hutt winning that one 3-2 against Nick Kenny. Then we have Scott William versus Paolo Nebrada. I'm struggling with these names. You got to get knocked out. I'm not saying it again. And I'm going to go with Scott Williams winning 3-1 against, I'm going to say it again, Paolo. Something like that. And then last up, we have Chris Dobie versus, oh my God, Shou Shei Zong, if that's how you say it. And I'm going to go with Chris Dobie winning 3-0 on that one. It's the evening, nearly said afternoon, the evening session down at Ali Pali for the World Championship of Darts 25-26. All kicks off at 7 p.m. So here are my predictions for this evening sessions. That's the 16th of December down at Ali Pali. First up, we have Ricardo Pereveco. I don't like him. He's not my favourite player, and he's playing Jose de Souza, but I do think that Ricardo is going to win that one 3-1. Then next up, we have Danny Noppert versus Johan van der Velde. I'm struggling again with these pronunciations, so he's getting knocked out. I'm going to go Danny Noppert 3-1 against Johan. And then we have Gerwin Price, the Iceman himself, player that has really grown on me these last 12 months. I couldn't stand him previously, but yeah, he has grown on me a lot. He's playing Adam Garlas, and I'm going to go with Gerwin Price comfortably winning that one 3-0. Then last up this evening, we have Nico Springer versus Joe Comito, and I'm going to go with Joe Comito winning that 3-2. So that's my prediction. It's Wednesday, December the 17th, and we've had no afternoon session today. What's going on? We've had to go a whole 24 hours without any darts. PDC, you should be ashamed of yourself. So here's my predictions for this evening session. It kicks off at 7 p.m. down at Ali Pali, live on Sky Sports. So first up tonight, we have Matt Campbell versus Adam Savadar, and I'm going to go with Adam winning that one 3-2. Then we have the man himself, Raymond van Barneveld, Mr. PDC himself, against Stefan Belmont, and I'm going to go Raymond, that's Barney, winning 3-1 against Stefan. Then we have James Wade versus Rusey Aizamata. If that's how you say it, I told you previously I'm struggling with these pronunciations. I'm from the Black Country. What more can you expect? And I'm going to go with the machine, James Wade, winning 3-1 on that one. Then last up, we have Martin Schneider versus Stephen Burton. That's Burton, not Bunting. That is correct. It's not an error. And I'm going to go with Martin Schneider winning that one 3-0. Truly into the World Darts Championship down at Ali Pali. We've got an afternoon session back. It's Thursday, December the 18th. We're kicking off at 12:30. Here's my predictions. First up, we have Callum Reds versus Patrick Kavakis, if that's how you say it. And I'm going to go with Callum Reds winning that one 3-0. Then we have Thibaut Tricol and against Motomasake. Well, I don't know. I told you I'm struggling with these names. And I'm going to go with Thibaut Tricol winning that one 3-2. And then we have Ryan Joyce versus David Munya, and I'm going to go with Ryan Joyce winning that one 3-1. Then last up, we have a name I can pronounce, Mike De Decker versus David Munya, if that's right. And I'm going to go with Mike De Decker winning that one 3-1. Down at Ali Pali, and this is the evening session's predictions by one and only DoubleTopTone. So first up tonight, we have Jermaine Watamina versus Dominic Grelick, and I'm going to go with Jermaine Watamina winning that one 3-0. Next up, we have Dave Chisnell versus Fallon Sharrock, and I'm going to go with Dave Chisnell comfortably winning that one 3-1. Sorry, Fallon, but Dave's going to win. Then MVG is back in the room. He's back at the World Championship of Darts, and I've got to say this name, so he's playing Mito Eko Tatsonami. That's Mito Eko Tatsonmana. Oh my God. MVG wins 3-0. Then last up, we have Krzysztof Radziski versus Alex Tello, and I'm going to go with Krzysztof winning that one 3-1. Finally, on to day 9 of the World Championship of Darts. This is the last of the round 1 games. I'll be glad to get rid of some of them names. I'll tell you some. There have been some proper tongue tinglers. I've lost sleep over it and everything. So here you go. Here's my predictions for the afternoon session, Friday the 19th of December, down at Ali Pali, live on Sky Sports. Kicks off at 12:30. You know the drill. Here's the predictions. Kevin Dotts against Matthew Dennett, and I'm going to go Matthew wins that one 3-2. Then next up, it's Ryan Merkel versus Jesus Jalit, and I'm going to go with Ryan winning that one 3-1. Then we have Wiki Mansell versus the American himself, Leonard Gates. Always gives a good show of himself. He plays in so many of these tournaments, not just PDC, WDF, Modus. He's in everything he is. But I'm going to go Mickey wins 3-2. Sorry, Leonard. Then we have Josh Rock versus Gemma Hatter, and I'm going to go Josh Rock easily through to second round, 3-0. And we're down to the last session of round 1 at the World Championship Darts at Ali Pali, live on Sky Sports at 7 p.m. Oh, round 1. I can't believe it's over already, but I'm glad to get rid of some of them names. Oh my God, I can't cope with it no more. So here we go. Here's my predictions for the last session of round 1. And here we go. William O'Connor versus Christoph Kuik. And I'm going to go Christoph winning that one 3-2. Then we have Darryl Gurney versus Bo Greaves. And Bo Greaves is going to win that one 3-1. That's my prediction. You heard it here. Then we have Nathan Aspinall versus Lawrence Elagan. Another name, another miss. Oh well, but I'm going to go Nathan 3, Lawrence 0. Then the last game of round 1 is Keen Barry versus Tim Pusey, and I'm going to go Keen Barry winning 3-2. So that's my predictions for all of round 1 done now. So yeah, so that is all my predictions for round 1 of the PDC World Championship down at Ali Pali. Like I said earlier, I'm going to put a 50p bet on all these sessions and see how I get on, and I'll let you know in another video whether I actually came up or whether I'm down. Hopefully I'm a couple of pence up, but with some of them names, if I can't pronounce them, I ain't going to win, am I? So thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to drop me a subscribe, and I appreciate everything. I'm DoubleTopTone. That's my dartboard. I've gave you the World Championship predictions. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let's have a bit of banter. And most importantly, YouTube, don't forget to enjoy the darts. Ta-ra a bit.